Hey friends, I have been waiting ages to make this video because you see, just sometimes living at the bottom of the globe makes it so that you don't get products that you really want. And that is the case with this portable monitor right here, the G-Story portable monitor, my friends, because this is on Amazon, but it don't ship overseas. So I had to wait until I had a family member from the United States bring this over for me. But today, we're gonna be looking at what is the ultimate portable monitor after I tell you about today's video sponsor. You know what's better than the best portable monitor that you could possibly get? The best cloud-based invoice and accounting software that you could use for your business. FreshBooks, my friends, is today's video sponsors. So let's go ahead and talk about them right now. They can help you with all of the difficult parts of your business, including creating invoices, filing expense reports, making sure that you're getting paid on time. You can make professional looking invoices in 30 seconds and get paid 2 times faster with automated online payments. And FreshBooks not only has the tools to help you right now, but they grow alongside your business so that you're never gonna be found without something that you need to make sure that you are running your business appropriately. Just like when I buy things, I need to make sure that I have expense reports for this kind of stuff because that's what running a business is all about. So join the 24 million people who use FreshBooks by go to freshbooks.com/UFD Tech and enter UFD Tech in the How Did You Hear About Us section so that you can get 30 days free, no credit card required, no catch. You can just try it. See if FreshBooks is the cloud-based accounting software for you, because it should be. It just makes sense. Just use it. Just like you should watch the rest of the video. Good job, Future Brett. I'm proud of you. You sell things like a real salesman.
I'll take your entire stock!
Anyways, so when it comes to portable monitors, there are a couple different varieties. You have one that send both the power and the signal over USB. Those tend to be pretty mediocre for gaming, but really good for just general business tasks like looking at your emails, because the latency for input lag is quite high on those monitors. Then there are some that use USB to power the monitor and then actually use a dedicated, let's say, HDMI port in order to send the video signal, so you have better response times on those. And that is actually one of the first videos on this channel. Was I checked out a G-Chic portable monitor. It's 15-inch. Anyways, it was kind of cool back then. I loved it, but I broke it sometime along the way. Anyways, those are really good, but they have a few flaws when it comes to gaming, at least from the ones that I have seen, which is the fact that they're usually just 1080p 60 hertz or 4K 60 hertz. And if you have those, then it can be like just touchscreen as like an added bonus feature. And then sometimes they have features like HDR or FreeSync. The thing that separates this one, my friends, that makes the G-Story the ultimate one, is that it actually comes in at a refresh rate of 120 hertz, which is one of the very few actual real gaming portable monitors that I've seen out there. So this is my first look at it. I haven't been able to play with it at all. Oh, that smells like rubber. Oh, that's gross. This actually looks like one of those like Fujitsu super beefy laptops. So the downside to 120 hertz is that, unfortunately, oh, look at that stand. Check that out. That's kind of cool. Is unfortunately, you're not gonna get power over USB. I don't know if it's impossible for them to do it. I just know that with this particular model, we don't have that option. So we have an external power adapter that makes it so that we have to power the actual monitor on top of whatever gaming system you're going to use. So if you want to use this as a secondary monitor for your laptop, or if you want to potentially use it for your Xbox or PlayStation, you will have to keep that in mind. So there is a downside when it comes to this monitor, and that is it has to be plugged in, but I do think it's worth it for the fact that we actually will get 120 hertz on this puppy. So let's take a look at the overview on this thing. You've got a pretty decent set of menu control options. The buttons are actually pretty decently tactile. Then on the bottom, you got your DC power in, you got your headphone and mic jack port. Wait, no, just 2 headphone ports, never mind. Excuse me. Then you have a normal USB input, a USB-C input, which you can use display over USB-C, and then 2 HDMI ports, both of which I believe are HDMI 2.0. So this thing takes up 24 watts, which you could get over USB-C, but I guess they just decided that you can only use an external power adapter for that. So let me get this plugged in, and we're gonna take a look at this portable monitor. And we have our Corsair 680X system set up. We've got a Ryzen 7 2700X in here, a Radeon 7 as well, so that we can get the best gaming experience on the best portable monitor possible. You can see it is kind of beefy, but I would have loved it if it came in 15 inches, but we can accept 17 inches as it in order to get the 120 hertz refresh rate. So I'm sure some of you are lamenting the fact that there is an external power input for the monitor. And one of the points of being a portable monitor is that you can kind of power it with just the USB. However, if I think about it rationally, if I'm playing video games on the go that I actually need a portable monitor, I will, one, have to plug in my device anyways, whether it be a PlayStation, an Xbox, or a laptop or even a portable desktop like the Sentry 2.0. I have to plug it in anyways. It is really not that hard for me to bring something that just gives me 2 power inputs instead of 1, so that I can have two things to plug in, and it's just as seamless and just as portable for me, because I mean the adapter isn't that big, it's not a brick, it's a DC adapter. It's easy peasy. Actually, before we get into the gaming, let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. It looks like it does come with a remote for the sound, source, scale. That's kind of neat, and comes with batteries, so that's dope. And it looks like it also has some sort of kickstand that we can install as well, instead of this foldy, flappy, rough situation that's here. Okay, so one of the issues that I'm seeing right away is that this is a TN panel, and this viewing angle is not beautiful whatsoever. This needs to be more vertical. I think I might even just do it like that so I can get a vertical setup here. Okay, so here we have FreeSync. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Overdrive, let's turn that on so that we get the lower response rates. I believe it's a 1 millisecond panel, and then we can check out HDR as well. Okay, yeah, so it says HDR, can turn that on. Oh, that looks terrible. Oh, it just like over sharpened everything. Do you see this? I can instantly tell the difference, and I instantly don't like it. Okay, so that actually doesn't look too bad, but it's really in text that you're seeing the HDR change. And unfortunately, when it comes to the FreeSync, this won't be compatible with NVIDIA cards because it only has HDMI inputs. The USB-C, I'm not sure if NVIDIA cards support FreeSync over USB-C, but I know it's officially supported on DisplayPort and not HDMI. Okay, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to put on that stand. Oh, that's much more vertical. Perfect. Okay, that kickstand's where it's at least when it comes to playing games. And how, oh, yes. Yeah, so you can get it near vertical.
Perpendicular! Perpendicular!
Because it has this like tension system that it's using. Okay, so the FreeSync range is 48 to 120 hertz, which isn't awful. So that's a pretty big distance. I'm okay with that. Okay, before we play some video games, let me go ahead and just show you. That looks gorgeous. No frame tearing whatsoever. Look at this, blur busters. Look at those super fast, what is it, aliens, that's what they're called. Yeah. Ghosting's not terrible. And then also, I just wanna refreshly show you how HDR looks terrible. Terrible. So it's over sharpening it, it's desaturating all of the image, and so that looks flat and boring and sad and ugly. And then as soon as I switch HDR off, which this isn't even a good HDR whatsoever, and I just turn it to normal, oh look, vibrant colors and non-hard to read text, which isn't, oh my goodness. Anyways, got FreeSync turned on, we have the 120 hertz, we'll play a little bit of Apex Legends, and then we can see how good this thing is, because I like it so far. The colors on this monitor actually look pretty good. They're slightly oversaturated, if I would have to say, but when you're at the proper viewing angle, everything looks fine. That looks bad. That looks awful. That's just terrible. That's slightly okay. Viewing angles aren't great. Obviously, it's a TN panel. It doesn't look like it's necessarily one of the better TN panels out on the market. But it's definitely, especially since it has the kickstand, just being able to keep it straight upright in front of me is quite helpful for making sure that everything looks good while I'm trying to play the game and this chair sucks. Oh, look at how smooth this is. 120 hertz. Oh, this feels so good. Somebody commented in one of our other videos that we really suck at Apex Legends, and that is not even a understatement, because I've literally hardly played this game. Radeon 7's, yeah, like I'm not seeing any tearing now. Minimal ghosting, it's slightly there, but it's fine. Yikes. Okay, well, that actually looks pretty gosh dang good. I was really impressed with playing games on that. Like, solid 120 hertz. This is quite nice as far as a portable monitor goes. The last thing I kind of want to do that I guess is slightly not relevant to anybody who's watching, but I want to color calibrate this thing. Oh yeah, calibrate that color. Oh wow, did you see that difference? Switch back and forth. Okay, so this is the calibrated. Hold on. That's the uncalibrated. Why does it do this sometimes? Ah! So it calibrates it. And then when you go to that test thing, when you switch it back and forth, it then swaps the profiles. So the uncalibrated is the calibration, and then the calibrated is the uncalibrated. So it's super orange and kind of dull, and then calibrated, it's more blue. So conclusion, for $280, is this thing worth it? Not really, because you can get a full-size monitor, but when you're coming to look at portable monitors and you want the best of the best, you want something that's actually going to be able to give you the best gaming experience that you can have, and then just can be thrown around like a rag doll like this because it's so portable, I think that G-Story has nailed it. There are a couple of other OEMs that are available on Amazon. We'll have a link for all of those down in the video description, but I'm 100% satisfied with this thing. The DC power adapter, as I mentioned several times, is the biggest downfall of this monitor, but the fact that we get FreeSync, we get 120 hertz, and I mean, I could go with 15 inches, but 17 inches is also fine. This thing is really well done. The speakers aren't terrible. There's plenty of input. The construction quality is really solid. I'm 100% happy with my purchase here, and we'll have a video coming out shortly where we're gonna put this together with a few other things to create a new experience for everybody out there on the internets, but that's a video that's coming shortly. Anyways, let me know what you think about this G-Story 120 hertz portable monitor. Is this something that you're interested in, something that you would pick up for whatever gaming setup you have lying around your life? I don't know. And don't forget that today's video is brought to you by FreshBooks. Check out the cloud-based accounting and invoicing software so that you can get paid faster, create invoices and all that good stuff. FreshBooks.com/UFDTech, and enter UFDTech in the How Did You Hear About Us section, which will be in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Thank you so much, and I love you for watching. So that's it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. You can find out where to buy this down in the video description. Get subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech-related content, and especially Computex coming up next week. I'm Brett with the UFD Tech channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see your smiling faces again in the next video. Love you too. Bye.